What's going on, YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Ethereum, and we're also going to get in some altcoins. What I want to do was kind of just step back, look at support, resistance, and price action today so we can see what's going on with Ethereum, see what's going on with some of these altcoins. And I think it's always best to really just look at the trend, work with those trend lines, work with support, resistance, turn on some moving averages, make sure that the trend's going in the way that you're trading it, and that can help you be much more successful in this space. So we're going to dig into all this here. We're going to start in with Ethereum, and this is going to be on the 12-hour time frame right now. So I want to give us a little bit more up-to-date picture looking at these candles. So for Ethereum right now, what you're seeing is last time we got stuffed roughly at, we'll call it $2,038. And what we've done, we bounced back up, but we have not gotten to that area. And what I see for Ethereum, and I talked about this in my Litecoin video, is potentially getting into some type of pattern like a symmetrical triangle pattern, or even ranging before we potentially move higher. In my opinion, we're not done with the bull market yet. We have not seen those extreme blow off tops. They're just, we've had a lot of euphoria, but we have not gotten to that point where people are leveraging everything. And we've talked about that in the Bitcoin chart and looking at the market cycles and what happens. I believe we're between that belief and thrill stage, moving into the thrill stage once we get this going again. But to see even Bitcoin at $60,000, we have to be in that belief and that thrill. And then you're going to have that massive move of euphoria, which can take sometimes up to about 2 months, 3 months, right in that range where you're almost going straight vertical. You start to get a really nice move and then you go up, and sometimes those up moves can last about 2 weeks and the price just keeps climbing and climbing, going straight up. And when you see some going straight up, trail those stop losses in. But we have not seen that yet for Ethereum. We haven't truly seen it for Bitcoin either yet. So when we're looking at Ethereum, what I'm paying attention to is trying to get through that 2038. That's the main thing. But another thing I don't want to do, I do not want to drop below 1,293. And the reason for that is here you can see this is our lower high now that we've put in. If we end up going lower than this area, we would have a lower low, and then we'd have that downtrend established. And we're not looking for that right now, right, guys? We want to pay attention to that. But right now we're seeing if we can continue to hold 1,284 support, and then it'd be up to around 1,457 as support. Then if we get even up a little bit closer here, we'd say 1,676 are the support areas we're going to be looking at. So we may chop back and forth here for a while. We may get in one of those symmetrical triangles. May take some time. We've had it back in these areas before. You can see this range that we had before we made another move to the upside. It happens, but I think if we're patient here, this trend's going to want to continue. Trends, it's like that big river, that macro trend. You're looking at a river, and the trend in the river is moving forward right now. It's bullish. So until there's something, a big catalyst that snuffs that out and changes the trend, most likely it's going to want to continue, right? So even where we're at right now, we're not having one of those blow off tops where the RSI's up around 91. Like we had back in this area when we went from 1,368 roughly down to 930. That was a pretty big drop real fast. Anything's possible in this territory. We can drop to some of these lower levels, but as long as we hold that 1,298, that could even just be like another double bottom here, and then we get moving again. So we have to keep an eye on all this stuff, but I do not think it's time to panic yet. Okay, that's just my opinion on things, and I want to know your opinion down low. Do you believe this uptrend is going to continue? And what I want to do now is bounce out to the 1-day time frame for some of the other altcoins. But if we take a look at Ethereum here, and this is on the log scale, I would love your guys' opinion as well. Okay, so this is from March, and this was at about $90 for Ethereum, and you can see this has been the uptrend. Take a look at these corrections that we'll have during this time. There's another correction area over here that we've had. So this could be an area similar to this where we chop before we get moving again. Is definitely a possibility. And what I want to see is heavier volume coming in. One thing I don't like is the price was rising here and our volume, you could draw a trend line here, and we have that decreasing volume. Okay, which will happen in symmetrical triangles and stuff. If you get in that range here, the volume will dry up until we get a clear break, whether it be to the upside or the downside. Okay, but that's something I want to pay attention to, because when we're moving to the upside, we want these big swells of volume. You can see above average volume here really kicking it off. If we turn on the moving averages, we're trading up above the 20 EMA, still the 50, the 100, and the 200. So let me know down low, do you believe for the macro, we're talking the big term picture here, are we still going to continue to stay in this bull market, or do you believe this is the start of the top here, and then we're going to have another push down, lower low, lower high, lower low, and we're just going to start getting milked down? Or do you believe this river, this trend, is going to want to continue? Just like stopping a big river sometimes, guys. So in the shorter term, absolutely, and that's why you have to look at short term, intermediate term, and longer term trends. So that's going to be Ethereum. If you like me covering that, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, guys. We're going to go into, let's see, I know a lot of people have been asking about Link next. Let's take a look at Link. What I wanted to do for Link was pull off the moving averages first. And you can kind of see getting in that tighter range here. We've had our lower high. So right now, even if you draw trend lines, they're almost in one of these little pennant formations. We're going to see if we'll be able to get a break to the upside out of this. But the main areas of support, we'd want to hold roughly about $24.92. Then it would be down around roughly $20, right in that range. And you can see when we do get these drops, it can happen really fast, and you have these long wicks. So that's the benefit of putting in over here. You can see it as well, those limit buy orders at support areas. Just really stepping back. But you got to pay attention to the corrections, guys. Look at this correction. And that's the importance of swing trading, in my opinion, sometimes, because look at this entire move. You just made these awesome gains, and then it came all the way back before you got moving again. And then even after this, you started moving, and then it came almost all the way back. So sometimes at clear areas, taking those profits can be a benefit, like up in this area here, when the RSI on the one-day time frame was up around 85, just taking a little bit of profits, even 25% off the table, and then if it does have one of these big drops, you're able to buy more coins and you have more. And I think that's one of the best ways to play it in this space, because all coins can be so volatile. Now in terms to the upside, we need to get over top of $32.09, then be up to around $35.89 is going to be the overhead resistance areas. Relative strength right now pointing down at 47. So that's going to be Link. I'm going to roll through here. Excuse me, guys, I'm going to get a drink of water here. Zcash at 137, Bitcoin Cash, we're at 529. Take a look at TEZOS at 390. Longer term outlook for TEZOS is what I like to look at. So take a look at this pattern here. So you can see TEZOS in the longer term is in a clear uptrend, marked by this teal line here. Main overhead resistance area we're going to deal with as we try to get back up again is going to be $4.53. Above that, we're going to be looking at $5. Then it'll be up to around $5.41. In terms of support, want to hold even where we wick down to today, and that'd be about $3.60. Then it'd be down around $3.26 are going to be the support areas. And we're just seeing if this correction is done here. We've had a push down, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can almost see we're getting into like a flat correction or an irregular correction. We'll have those many times. And you just pay attention to this stuff. You can see these drops over here, had this big push down, and then another big one right there, and then we got moving again. So always pay attention to these things. On the relative strength, we're sitting at 49. But if we step back, this is still in a really nice, healthy uptrend there. There's the life cycle, at least for this chart that I have for TEZOS right there. And what you can see is the higher lows still coming in, higher high, higher high, higher high. So if we could get another higher high, that could put us up to around $7, $7.50, somewhere up in that range, if and when it happens. So that would take some more time, guys. Obviously, got to get moving here. We're looking on the daily time frame, but you can see this big rounded bottom we've put in, and then see if we can get that next major push here in the weeks and months to come. So that's going to be TEZOS. If you're here for that, let me know down low. We've done Link. Let's take a look at ADA. ADA right now, we got to be aware of this. You see price was going up, the relative strength was going down. Last time we covered this, we were talking about this for ADA, so just be aware of that. You know, a big whale could step in at any moment, and we could get another huge blast to the upside. It happens all the time. But right now, you're just seeing a little bit of that weakness there as price was going up, and the relative strength, you're having the lower highs coming in. And now we have a little bit of lack of volume taking place right here, trying to find that bottom. Set a higher low here, go up there, see if we can get a higher high. But right now, the main areas of support we'd want to hold is about 97 cents. If we drop any lower than that, I'm going to look down to about 82 cents. In terms of overhead resistance, what we have to do to get to the upside there, we'd want to get over 120 and then it'd be roughly up to about that 138 is going to be the area that we're looking at. And this has been an amazing move here, guys, for ADA. I mean, we were as low as 1 cent at one point and be up to $1 here. I mean, that's amazing gains. So even if we had to move sideways for a while before we get another move to the upside, I mean, this is just a game you want to be patient in. But be aware that we could go a little bit lower there, and some of those lower areas would be around that 91 cents, right in that range. If we want to drop a little lower, the 100 moving average is going to be around 70 cents. And all these things are possible. I mean, you can even see this wick here, guys, a lot of manipulation. We went all the way down on this chart here to 15 cents on a long wick. So be prepared for anything. Put wild buy orders in off the 200 EMA. Why not? You know, at 46 cents, something like that. And if something crazy happens and you're able to pick them up and it wicks up real quick and you're in a wonderful position, you know, that can happen sometimes. So always keep an eye on that. But just be aware of this right in here. If we look at another indicator, take a look at the MACD. MACD, we have had that cross to the downside. We have not had a bullish upside cross yet. So keep that in mind for ADA. Let's scroll through. Guys, take a look at XLM. XLM right now, we're trying to stay up above the 50 EMA. We have not got a MACD cross to the upside, but you can see the histogram starting to move to the positive a little bit more there. Not a lot of buying pressure yet. Relative strength is at 43. So kind of just moving sideways here. And this is one, guys, I want to pull the moving averages off. You can see that just looking at the trend here. So paying attention to this blue line, right? Want to keep these higher highs and higher lows coming in. So higher high right here, higher high, higher high. So if we went up to get a higher high, eventually getting through all these overhead resistance that we'll have to, that could put us close to around that 87 cents, $1 right in that range, if we can keep this area of support, which would be important around 34 cents as well. We can look at the trend here, just see how it changes, right? From those bear markets into the bull market. So I would love your ultimate prediction on XLM as well, where you think it could go in the longer term this cycle, the end of this altcoin cycle. THETA right now, let's take a look at THETA. If you're here for this, let me know down there if you want me to keep throwing it in. So THETA is at 7 cents right now. So one thing I want you to pay attention to for THETA, a lot of longer wicks up here. You got some doji candles, a lot of indecision candles here. So we could just move sideways before another pump. That's definitely possible, but we have to be aware of this when we start to get these type of candles, these wicks, with the RSI starting to roll over just a little bit there. And it's at 77. Okay, we haven't had massive selling pressure, so we definitely could have something like this, but this could still be a decent percent, you know, to downside. Maybe even putting buy orders at $4.10, $5, 37 cents, a bunch of different areas there if you do feel like we're going to get a little cooling down. Because last time we cooled down, went from about $4 all the way down to $2.56. And I say this to present good opportunities, guys. If you're interested in THETA, you don't want to buy it at the top. If there's a nice, you know, retracement even back onto this trend line over here, if we move this a little bit, you know, these things can happen back into this area that could be killer buy opportunities. So I'm just not one to chase things. I mean, you can see over here we were up at 60 cents, went all the way down to 19 cents. These retracements happen. Moved sideways here, consolidated, pushed again, consolidated, pushed again, had a little retracement, we've pushed up. Now it's looking like we may have to consolidate or come back down just a little bit before we push up, but yet again, this is cryptocurrency. Anything can happen. So I'm going to try to get out a DigiByte video tomorrow, guys. It's at 6 cents right now, 6.5 cents. So I would like to cover that in an individual video as well. But that's what I had for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. God bless each and every one of you. Don't go chasing anything. If you're a longer term investor, we're still just riding this out right now. Okay? God bless each and every one of you. Take care, my friends.